Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Wahawah Kakwadash.
All praise to the Most High God. People call the Most High. His name, actual name is Yahweh. Alright, the anticipated in Hebrew tongue. In the name of his son, Yahweh Shai. Who people call Jesus, whose true name is Yahweh Shai. Alright? Peace and blessings to the elect, the hopefully elect, the brothers preaching his faith, his true gospel across the four corners of the globe. You know, start with the brothers here, truly pushing on to the rest of the brothers across the globe, and to the brothers at the Great Millstone Church. Alright? Salutations, all respect and biblical love, teaching to the elder apostles. Alright, and elder bishops at the Great Millstone Church. So all you get awake from here. Ready? 1 second. Go ahead and get to this. So yeah, man, we back out here. Things heating up. Time is progressing. Getting further and further. You know, in prophecy. Alright, things still lost. 2/3 still doing what they're supposed to be doing. The majority, the wave, whatever the hell you want to like to call it, right? The majority of Israel is still lost. The only ones that's going to make it, and only the ones that are in this faith have a fighting chance, right? Because that's why the scriptures say what? Lay hold and fight what? Good fight of faith. All right? You got everything you can be goddamn doing. You know, you got temptations every damn way. You know? And really, the majority of this stuff is just it's simplicity. It's vanity. You know, it's low level temptation. All right? It's common stuff. All right? And you're not set up to be common. You're set up to what? Be holy. So, as a matter of fact, as the scriptures tell you, you know, the things that happen unto you, it's not the things, but that which is common unto men. You know, and a heavy yoke is laid upon the sons of Adam. You know, they going through travail. See, and that's the thing that makes you different from these people, because they can help, but yet they're oblivious to it. They're numb to it, because they help make up the hell. That's why they gotta go. Because if heaven gonna be on earth, right? Hell can't be on earth at the same time. Hell is on earth right now. So in order for heaven to be on earth, hell must leave. All those that are of hell will be gone. Real quick, let's get Psalms 9 and 16. Yep.
Yeah, this the book.
The Lord said all the nations, because these people are deemed hell. One, they like the so-called white man, and 17.
Yep.
You know, this scripture here, come on.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 9, verse 17.
Yeah.
It says, the wicked,
The what?
the wicked
Come on.
shall be turned into hell.
See, the wicked shall be turned to hell. So you got people, you got Jake is deemed hell, right? Now that can't be if heaven is to be on earth. By default, right? The people that, by default, the people that would basically help make up hell, they would have to leave in order for heaven to be. Let me get Proverbs 25. 25, and it says, jump to where it says, 25 and take away, I think it's 25 and 5 actually. Take away the wicked.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 25.
Start at 4.
Yeah, verse 4. It says, take away the dross from the
What?
silver.
Do what?
Take away
Right. The what?
the dross.
The dross would be hell. The dross would be the things that stop something from being. You know, something good from being. You know, contamination. The dross would be 2/3 of our people, majority of them, right? Because they the wicked. You know, in order to have righteousness, you gotta take away with it. You know, that's why that's the whole concept of repenting. You know, you gotta offend less and less. Come on.
Yep. It says, take away the dross. Proverbs 25 and 4. Take away the dross from the silver.
The silver is us, right? The silver is the same thing. It's the same ones the Lord likened unto gold, which is what? The elect, starting with the men, the sons of men. Come on.
It says, and there shall come forth a vessel for the finders.
See? And now you'll be able to have something that's clear that you actually want to wear that actually looks right. That shines holy for what it is. You got to take away hell in order for heaven to be. You got to take away wickedness in order for righteousness to shine. You got to take away the wicked leaders. You got to take away a reward for evil. You know what I'm saying? Good reward for evil. You got to take away all of it. You know? Come on.
It's on verse 5. It says, take away the wicked.
Take away the who?
Take away the wicked.
Take away the wicked. Come on.
From before the king.
Yeah, from before the king. Come on.
And his throne.
And what?
And his throne.
Come on.
Shall be established in righteousness.
See that? That's heaven. Heaven is going to be able to be right on earth. Once hell, right, and everything that helps make the hell, the condition, the estate that the earth finds itself in, and the experience that, you know, the people of God are going through, away. It's going to be able to be once you take those things away. You know? And that in hell, the experience that we're dealing with, which is hell, the condition we are in, which is hell, it's because of Jake. It's because of the damn white man, and all those that feed into his wicked mouth. You know? Everything he set up. He gonna keep going. You gonna keep building his damn cities. You know? There's cities that do nothing but taint and pollute people. You know, that rob people. That great city that got Israel in a dead state. Bodies everywhere, that's hell, right? Bodies everywhere separate, that's the concept of hell. But the concept of hell is not of that which the Catholic Church preaches to people. You know? It's an estate, it's a state of mind that's going on right now. You know? The Lord ain't got to see you to know another dimension. This is enough here. You know? And people gonna learn that after they experience all of what could, you know, possibly be felt as far as pain and affliction, you know, and correction on this earth for the things they doing right now. They gonna realize this is hell. You know?
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 9, in verse 17. It says, the wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget God.
Yeah. You know? So the wicked shall be turned to hell, and the nations, that deals with what? The people. You know? You really got two nations. You know? You got the Israel of God, right? And you got the elect of God. And we can get that. Let's get that in you can get Romans 9, but yeah, get that in Galatians. 9 and 6, and get the one in Galatians. Okay. Go ahead and get it to
you. Yep. It's the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 6.
Get the other one first.
Okay, 9. It's the book of Galatians, chapter 6 and verse 16. It says, and as many as walk according to this rule, peace be on them, and mercy, and upon the Israel of God.
See that? So it's saying it's like it's another Israel, you know? It is another Israel. It is another Israel, right? You got the Israel of the flesh, but not the Israel of the spirit, which is basically a bunch of damn heathens, man.
All right, come on. Yep. Back to the Romans. We'll read this one again. Galatians chapter 6 and 16. It says, and as many as walk to this rule, peace be on them, and mercy, and upon the Israel of God.
Yep. Go ahead. That's it.
Yep. Back to the Romans chapter 6. It's like Romans chapter 9, verse 6. It says, not as though. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I was going to read it up possibly. Romans 9 and 6, it says, not as though the word of God have taken none effect. For they are not all Israel, which are of Israel.
Yeah. So who the hell, who are they? It's like a whole other nation being, So let's go ahead and jump back to Psalms 9 and 16.
Yeah, it's the book of Psalms, chapter 9, verse 16. It says, the Lord.
You got some? Isaiah
17,
25. Yeah, that's right.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 9 and 17. It says, the wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget God.
Yep. Read that one more time.
Yeah, God. Psalms chapter 9 and 17. The wicked shall be turned into hell.
Yeah,
and
wicked. Yep. The wicked gonna be turned. So everybody being wicked, going the fuck off, that's not walking according to this rule, right? That may be Israelites. They not deemed Israelites, right? They deem they're a nation of people, but they deem the heathens, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Basically, jump to 16.
yeah, this is the book of Psalms chapter 9 verse 16. It says the Lord is known by the judgment which he executed.
The Lord is known by what?
The judgment which he executed.
Yahweh is known. All right, y'all gonna know Yahweh real when we tell you what Yahweh gonna do and then he do it. Y'all gonna know Yahweh is real as we keep telling you that Yahweh is doing what you seeing, with people getting America being brought low first and foremost. Which is really through the damn people being brought low. And it's because the damn rulers being brought low. That's why I says in Sirach 10. By the prudence of them that are in rule shall the city be inhabited. You know what I'm saying? You got it?
Yeah, God, continuing. Psalms chapter 9 and verse 16, it says, the wicked is snared in the work of his own hands.
See? So the wicked is going to go down by the very thing that they, by themselves. The very thing they set up. It's eat itself. Jake gonna destroy themselves. That's what they doing. Somebody give Proverbs 1 real quick. One and goes to like 25. All this, it's fine. You're gonna bust it open. Your ass, you're gonna be bust open. Go ahead. You got it. Start go ahead. 25. Come on.
This is Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 25. It says, but ye have set at naught all my counsel.
Let's step right here real quick. You got it. Y'all brothers can just step in. All right. You got it.
Proverbs 1 and verse 25, it says, but ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof.
Yeah, they will walk according to this rule. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, I also will laugh at your calamity.
Yep. And how's that calamity gonna happen? What is calamity dealing with? Their own trouble, their own destruction. They get killed off the party he set up. You know what I'm saying? He get killed in the venue he rented out. Where we play all type of demonic music, whatnot. Get it by, you know what I'm saying? Come on. But see, and it's gonna be your fault because the Lord told you what? Give me real quick. Proverbs 3 and 5.
It's Proverbs 3 and 5. It says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart.
Trust in who? Yahweh. Alright, come on.
Trust in the Lord Yahweh with all thine heart.
Yahweh by some Yahweh Shah. Yahweh in the name Yahweh Shah. You can't go straight to Yahweh. You gotta go through Yahweh Shah. Know what the Lord named you. Like he was somebody, like he ain't really walk. And when he walked, he was somebody you could just play with. You know what I'm saying? Y'all never did that shit, man. He could have called the Legion, didn't he? And they knew it. But they, like he said, why y'all tempted him? Like he was ready to bust on niggas then. Come on.
It's trust in the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai.
And that's the real Messiah. That's the spirit of the Messiah. Y'all fake Christians keep trying to act like y'all believe in the Messiah that's coming back, and you don't. You preaching of another one. Yahushua was rough, he was raw, and he gonna bust niggas' heads when he comes back. And he was calling people so-called out of their name. He called people vipers, serpents, you know what I'm saying, dogs, all of that, man. You know? He was calling like it is. You know? He telling people that if they're the devil, they're the damn devil. You being simple, you being simple. You know? Come on, bro.
Proverbs 3 and 5.
Yeah.
Trust in the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua,
right.
with all thine heart,
Yep. Come on.
and lean not unto thine own
That's the point.
understanding.
Lean not to thy own understanding.
Heart, when your fear coming.
Yeah, the Lord gonna be like, these dummies, who these fools? You know? Real quick, give me Psalms 14 and 1.
This is Psalms 14 and 1. The fool hath said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable work.
Real quick, give me hold that, go to Proverbs 12. Alright? People don't goddamn believe, you know? Proverbs 12 and jump to verse 5 and then jump to verse 17. Yeah. Give me 5. Well, I say 5, right? Give me 5. Alright, now I got you. Go ahead.
Proverbs 12 and 5.
Yeah.
The thoughts of the righteous are right.
See, the way we how we know we right? Because we go according to this. Matter of fact, just jump to the point now. 17.
Proverbs 12:17.
Yeah.
He that speaketh truth showeth forth righteousness.
See, he that speaks truth, meaning speak according to the word. Because who's the truth? Who's the Lord?
Yahushua.
Right.
Yahushua.
Yahushua, man. He that speak what Yahushua said, what the word actually say. You know what I'm saying? That's he speaking. He doing what?
Showeth forth righteousness.
That's your righteousness. The fact you just saying, you just preaching this, man. That proves you righteous, man. But if you want to jump deeper, see, you gotta sow bounty. This is enough to get you saved. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta take heed to what you speaking, because you ain't just speaking like empty words. A lot of the words you speak is, you know, it's conduct. You know what I'm saying? So forth and so on. So, though you speaking, yeah, you shooting for righteousness, but you really doubling up on righteousness what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because see, and that's the beautiful thing, because we gonna fall short on certain things. But long as we keep preaching, you hear this word and believe in it when they was hearing it. You know what I'm saying? You can't, if you done overcame every goddamn thing and you still here, that means your ass rooted, man. You know what I'm saying? To a degree. You ain't had, but it might be a stronger wind that might come and just show that tree just wasn't rooted, just deep wind. Just the right, a certain thing was able to blow their ass off and they just knew they weren't growing. Can that happen if a plant is not still rooted? No. If it's able to regenerate and keep going, the root's still there. You know what I'm saying? And Yahushua, give me that Bible shot at Revelation 1 and 18. He said, I am Yahushua not dead, man. He the root. So if he can't ever die, this ain't going nowhere. They're gonna have to come get us, bro. You know? Come on.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 18.
We gonna have all this, man. We got a world coming. This motherfucker gotta go. Ain't gonna be nothing. Y'all stop tripping over simple stuff, man. They playing Jake right now, man. Like, you not supposed to win here. Like those that's keeping up with this real shit that's going on in the world. They didn't even draft Shador Sanders. That shit is fucking crazy. You just keep picking the damn nothing. And then the movie Sinners came out, which we gonna go see that through the spirit Lord willing. Brothers been seeing it. And it basically just talk about how Jake sell themselves short, and these devils, these damn demons, they use us with bait and stuff to do it. So basically they think Michael B. Jordan know the truth. But I'm sure he know the truth. After dealing with the main way a damn so-called black man to wake up is when he get his ass done dirty by a woman. Because that's what happened with Lori Harvey. You know, come on.
Director Ryan Coogler, EJ.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? You already know they know the truth.
That's your security. They down there dancing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit like bitches like this and stuff. We're not moving at this motherfucking pace, man. I move at the pace of the spirit. I ain't supposed to be blown to and fro by everybody that comes and says some shit. You know what I'm saying? You wanna fight, we ain't fighting. You know what I'm saying? We'll die later. You know what I'm saying? No, that ain't cool. You gonna apologize for that. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be in control of the matrix. Once you see the coding, you know? And the coding very simple. Read Deuteronomy 28 chapter, man. They goddamn programming Jake under a fucking complete program right now. The matrix is the curses. It's Deuteronomy 28. If you can see the curses and that they're set up, they're perpetual upon what you keep doing, you can never break the code. You basically like Neo never waking up. But the minute you do see it, accept it, and be like, damn, this shit, like they read these curses almost and like making sure they keep them in the side. Then you like Neo waking up, you know? Because you can just step over, like, I already know that's a setup, I ain't even going to that shit, you know what I'm saying? Break the matrix, you dodging this, dodging that, woman this and that, you know? Hell with that, man. Come on, come on. Brothers have some point. You gonna be able to keep going. The brother got some on point right now, bring it up.
Yeah, Khan. And this is Psalms of Khan. It says, every word you speak, every truth revealed is always right and beautiful to me. For I hate what is phony.
That was a meditation I had. Because they string together with certain key words perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Other translations take away those words and they ain't string together like that. So though it may make something plain, it's not a perfect sounding symphony, right? You know, it's the same. It's the re-edition of the same song.
Right.
The same like lyrics, like
It's like a radio edit. You know what I'm saying? You know how you got the regular edit that used to come up? You got the cuss words, it's raw. And then you got the radio edit, which makes it PC basically. But I get what you're saying. And I say to add to that, I was reading earlier this week, and I just started reading without reading the italicized words. Like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Because the italicized words,
you know they're not there.
you know,
They go at it to make sense.
it makes it a little bit more plain. You know what I'm saying?
That's indicated. You know, but we've been saying this.
You know, exactly. Not to take one for you.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So here it is. You got
And some scriptures are completely removed. Like I believe it's Matthew 11 and 18 or Matthew 18 and 11. That joint is not in the NLT. It's like not in there at all. And that's saying something about the lost sheep. He's coming to find the lost sheep. And that's not in the NLT at all.
It's crazy. There it is. You can't even find out about certain things, understand certain things going on. Hence the spirit can't give you certain messages. It forgot almost. That's basically how it's gonna tell you everything. But you can't just read it at face value and get the spirit. Hell no. You gotta be chosen. It's just activated through the King James. Who the men, right, that have the spirit, the same anointing. You know? You don't just wake up, you know, and goddamn, you know, who are you then? You just woke up, nobody taught you who the hell you are then. You a house shot? Trying to claim that crap, man. Come on, bro. You can never die. That's why the planet, like, look, this tree in Israel, right? You never gonna be able to stop men from coming forth because the roots never gonna die. You can't pluck your house up either. You can't put your house out to death. So though you may hurt parts of the tree, different branches, they get certain people to fall out, certain people to bug out. Satan don't try that. The tree gonna always regenerate. The plant gonna regenerate because the root's still intact. What brings forth the dang the fruits and the branches that bring forth the fruit? The roots. You know, because the seed is before the actual thing materialized. The house already done came. We already been born. That's the seed now being the root. The minute he was born, roots was there. When you really watch it, if you would go watch the process, if you go watch the process of a seed like basically evolving, it's gonna shoot forth those roots first. Yes. Yeah, and that would be like the manifestation of Yahweh Shah. Matter of fact, this is Wisdom of Solomon 7. And I'm gonna come to the point. It says, 1. I also am immortal, like all men, a descendant of the firstborn, child of the earth. Let me read that again. I am also mortal, like all men, a descendant of the firstborn child of the child of earth. Who's the firstborn child of earth? Yahweh Shah, man. It says, and in the womb of a mother, right? And in the womb of a mother, that's fire. See, that gives you more understanding on reincarnation. This in the Oxford, the RSV. He said, let me read it again. And in the womb of a mother, I was molded into flesh. Because you got many lifetimes through reincarnation, right? Different parents. See that? You could have came forth through anybody. That's why the Lord said, blessed are the paps. Blessed are the breasts. How it goes, you can get it real quick. Basically, he was like, blessed. He told Mary, blessed are your paps. Because they gave something to Yahweh Shah. Because he could have came forth, really, if you will, through anybody. You know, like the Lord said, the Lord wanted that. Come on.
This is Luke 11:27.
And this ain't the point, but this is the year.
And it came to pass, as he spake these things,
Where you at?
Luke 11:27. As he spake these things, a certain woman of the company lifted up her voice and said unto him, blessed is the womb that bare thee, and the path.
That woman that was chosen as the portal for, Yahweh Shah to come forth. You got certain wombs that bring forth kings. You got certain wombs that bring forth fucking serial killers. Crazy, come on.
Blessed is the womb that bare thee, and the paps which thou hast sucked.
That's how you better. Rebecca was blessed, but she brought forth Jacob and Esau. That was a heavy, the Lord told us for something heavy, man. So anyway, right? So reading on, so I am also mortal and mortal like all men, a descendant of the firstborn child of earth. And in the womb of a mother, I was molded in flesh. Within the period of 10 months, compacted with blood, from the seed of a man and the pleasure of marriage. Woo! That's fire. That's that immaculate conception bullshit, man. He said in the pleasure of marriage, compacted of the seed of man and the pleasure of marriage. That's how men come forth, bro. Why the hell Yahweh Shah gonna be over on earth if he ain't go through what we went through? We can't relate. That's some bullshit. They ain't what happened. You see, that's why you just can't read that movie. You can't just open the book and just like the Holy Spirit hop on, you know what I'm saying? In that case, Jake would have been everybody had the Holy Spirit. Most Jakes got the Bible. Why your pastor don't got the Holy Spirit? He opened the book every blue moon. It don't work like that, man. You know what I'm saying? The Bible.
What do you say like that?
Yeah, them more stars.
Like, yeah, right, exactly.
No.
That's the story you see. Now, I was going to say, what's the scripture say in Isaiah? He said the vision of God for it to be sealed, tell you it ain't given to everybody. The Lord
don't work like that.
Yeah.
They don't get the Holy Spirit as power. Open the book. Open it up.
Right.
And that's Holy Spirit got to be sent upon you. You know what I'm saying? And activated. They got to be sent to you to be activated. word, through the scriptures. That's the only way it works. That's what Wisdom of Solomon 9 about. You got to
having the spirit, willingness to be able to follow, you know what I'm saying?
the Lord, he told you like, blessed are your ears for they hear, which also means that every ear can't hear, every eye don't see. You know, it's not attainable to everybody. That's just the setup. Yeah, this is the Wisdom of Solomon 9 in the Oxford, the RSV. It says, let's start at 13. It says, for what man can learn the counsel of God? Or who can discern what the Lord wills? For the reasoning of mortals is worthless, and our designs are likely to fail. For our perishable body weighs down the soul. So you could never get it. You couldn't get the Lord because of the body you live. You know what I'm saying? Like basically your body is why your soul sleeps, your spirit sleeps. Your body tries to prevent it. They contrary. Like here it is, you want to wake up with the spirit, right? Which is most of what you see. Think about it. You can't even see your body, which is most of what you see. Because you can't even see your spirit, right? Be like, it basically try to override it. And that's why people can't, you know what I'm saying? But see, you can't do that with the Holy Spirit, which comes and it wakens your spirit, you know? But anyway, it says, for a perishable body. Notice these key words. For a perishable body weighs down the soul. And so this is always the case in every lifetime. That's why we gotta get the new bodies. So we can goddamn really like go there and be who we really are.
Because the spirit is not compatible with the body. You know? It's like we have limiters on us, basically.
You can't access certain things that the Holy Spirit done taught you. That basically is telling you, your spirit, like, look, you were able to do this. You ain't able to do certain shit because of the flesh. Why you think Peter started walking in something? This is goddamn flesh. You know? It says, for a perishable body weighs down the soul, and this earthly tent burdens the thoughtful mind. See? And this earthly tent burdens the thoughtful mind. So here it is, you try to make sense, but your flesh like, nah, deal with this distraction, deal with that. It's always coming up with some bullshit. You're trying to meditate, and here comes some damn, you know, got some quick for you. You got it?
This is Matthew 26 and 41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit. Read one more time.
Matthew 26 and 41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation.
Yeah, so you gotta be able to sit back and see this. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta acknowledge this, see this, and be like, damn, this really is one perfect. Yesterday I was hot. Today I'm like, you know, acting like yesterday's points win today's game and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's when your flesh is. You know? Come on.
The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak.
So your spirit has the answers, holds the answers, but your flesh is trying to make you forget. Your flesh will be, because you got two minds. You know? You got what they call a conscious mind, right? But let's do this. You got what they call the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. The conscious mind is really your flesh. The subconscious mind is really the spirit, because they tell you all your answers lie in your subconscious. Your subconscious is what holds things that are very relevant, but it buries it like files them strategically. And you don't even know that you found it, if you will. You know what I'm saying? But you will find out you big, because that very thing from 10 years ago will come back up. That very movie, that very scene, that very statement, that very face, that very experience in the moment you need it. Your flesh don't make, your conscious mind don't make sense like that. That's your subconscious mind kicking the hell out, like basically kicking the door down, and it come out through the conscious. You know what I'm saying? people supposed to really follow their subconscious mind. Like it's a thing they tell you about, you know, when you talk about, like it's a concept Esau got with that get rich bullshit.
To have reign over the flesh, reign over your conscience, so that way
Well, no, they don't work like that. See, that's like ain't something you can speak on like that. The subconscious it works. It basically works on its own.
It says always at work. It's always at work.
Right.
You gotta let
Go to Proverbs, St. John 3. This is the subconscious mind, right? The subconscious mind is what? It's a spirit. You know? Like your conscious mind, it makes sense, but it holds what? Common sense. You know? Your subconscious mind is something you can't just tap into. It work on its own. You know? If you live through your spirit, your subconscious mind, what the fuck your conscious mind from? You probably won't have a body no more. But that's that. See, you gotta go into it. You know?
give you ideas of something subconscious. Like you might walk down the street and see something that you didn't consciously don't call pay attention to, but you remember. That's why you can go past. Like I think it before. It's really like,
type guy.
you know, it works. You gotta go.
This is St. John 3:6. That which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the spirit is spirit.
Yeah, so your conscious reasoning is of the flesh. You say that which is born of the flesh is flesh. So a lot of the stuff you say, right, it comes with your conscious mind. Like people never really say what they truly think and know the answer is. What are they speaking through? Their conscience. How you know that? Go ahead.
So that's what Paul say when you say that which I wish to do. That, you know what I'm saying, that I don't.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's a good scripture.
Another one too would be take no thought.
That
Take
I
no.
don't.
The word subconscious is a compound word. So when you break it down, it's like the same. It's sub and conscious. Conscious dealing with spirit, right, or mind, right? And your sub is basically like temporary. You know what I'm saying? Like a substitute teacher. So it's basically somebody that's taking over that ain't usually there. You see that? That's the spirit.
The brother that came up last week, that's what he was saying. He was like, in moments, I'm talking to people, and I have like no idea, and they're coming to me trying to bring it up again. Like, I don't even remember talking to you.
Yeah, something to do with subconscious. He ain't do it conscious. Your spirit took over. You gotta bring it on. We're gonna stop talking about this. Go ahead.
John 3:6.
One thing she went to minutes.
That which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the spirit is spirit. It says, marvel not that I said unto thee.
So things that come with the spirit that happen in the spirit is of the spirit. Completely. You know what I'm saying? The flesh don't come up with, you know, the understanding of the will of God, know what's going on. That was literally of the spirit. A spirit talking to your spirit, and in moments it just can take over at any time. Things like the wind. When we get, come on.
It says, marvel not that I said unto thee, ye must be born again. The wind.
Like this, how you know people are, like their conscious mind and carnal mind. That's what I was gonna say. People won't say what they truly mean, right? Because they're conscious, right? So they'll say something else. How do we know that's not true thinking or carnal thinking, if you will? Because consciously they're reminding themselves of judgment, being politically correct. The outcome.
That's right. Like, the words you said outcome.
Yeah.
Like something that happens to your shit or basically.
You know? Yeah. Things that'll come to you outwardly. That's immediately. That's how the subconscious works, like this. And your conscious, your flesh so dang strong, if you will, let it be so strong, it'll be like, don't worry about that. Well, hey man, what's that? Don't worry about that. You know, that type shit. That's what people do. Everybody conscious. So what the fuck is your conscious mind? Why you think the conscious community is bugged the fuck out?
Right. It's all flesh.
they trying to go off things that's only physical, that's there. They got it. So they gonna talk about Egypt. They gonna talk about the tombs and pyramids and all that.
Physical proof, basically.
Yeah, that's conscious thinking. A spiritual man gonna sound crazy because they not looking. Yeah, they not bounded by just what's seen. Like we make the spirit make sense of what is. It could be, it go like physically or things are invisible. It can go things that's of the past that ain't here no more, or things that's about to come that ain't here right now. The conscious ain't dealing with that. Somebody locked into their conscious, right? You could never get to them. But guess what? The words that are being sown to them through the spirit is being buried where? In their subconscious. Go to real quick, Ecclesiastes 12. Direct 12. 12 and 10. Direct 10 is 12 and 10. Check this out. Watch this.
This is Sirach chapter 12 and verse 10.
So this proves everybody got a body and a spirit. Come on. 12 and 10. Come on. That's it.
It says,
That you ain't gonna say nothing right about right then and there, but you taking note of it. Watch this.
it says, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. It says, set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat.
Obviously you wasn't. See that? So that tell you a fool, because that would be a fool right there. You remember, he remembered everything that was relevant. Everything. But not until it was physically seen. You know what I'm saying? It was carnally there. So he was taking it all in, but it was being buried. Where? Not his conscience. Because consciously he wasn't reacting to it. But he like, yeah, okay, yeah. Because look, one like when you see this, you see that, it's this, that's that. You like, yeah, okay. And then if this happened and you act like this gonna happen, right? And then look, when he do this and start doing and stuff start going like that, like, you know, this, that, you know, that is this. When you damn end up in that situation where you starting to see them things, right? Because you wasn't taking heed as they started happening. Nothing was coming up, obviously. Because how are you letting these things happen if you already know the navigation to get out of them? You already know the navigation of how you're supposed to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Because you wasn't responding to it constantly. Constantly you was somewhere else. So when the shit finally happened to you, right? When it finally happened to you, what? The very proof, the very navigation that was given to you comes up. Why? Where that come from? It was put in your subconscious. That's the subconscious. So that's why it says, real quick, go to 2nd Ezra 9 and 14. All these motherfuckers hearing, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just being buried. Everything we telling them, right? They know it's right, but they not going to. And subconsciously, they agreeing with it. In the spirit, it's being buried, it's being stored. But consciously, they'll walk off.
They can choose to do what they want to do with it.
But then, when they get in the very moment, everything we told them that they actually did agree with comes out. The spirit bear witness. See that? Woo! The spirit bear witness, man. So that proves what? It was in some other mind. The subconscious. The one people usually don't follow, the one that's usually not there, like the substitute. But the one you can't really control. So the spirit like, ha. You know? You know the end of, what's that movie? Menace to Society? That was the subconscious moment for Cain at the end of the movie. Consciously, his grandpa was telling him about this, telling him about that, but he was when you get to the end of the movie, he get killed. That whole reel of everything that he was seeing consciously and agreeing with consciously, but really wasn't subconsciously, came out. That's what that reel was. It was everything that he knew was off. Because he's dying bleeding out after getting shot. The only visions he's seen is the visions he was in that he knew was off. Stumping dude out, pulling up on Shorty, all of that. He knew that shit was off. He knew it. He's like, my granddad once asked me, and I quote this a lot. President Goodell, did I care if I live or if I die? Well, now I do, and it's too late.
It's crazy because I had seen something a couple weeks ago. It was saying,
He remembered everything his granddaddy told him
Clearly,
in that moment.
clearly, loud and clear.
That's how it is.
so like, I seen something where he was saying, like basically somebody was
Look,
taking.
he just rolled past us like what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that shit, if he die, he gonna remember,
Oh yeah.
you know, everything, this whole visual. You got it?
This gonna be clear.
Knew I should have stopped. Basically, the dude was saying, he took it from the perspective of like,
Look, we on money and shit. Slop, man. That's just weird. Come on.
And,
Look at this shit. Cards.
so like, basically he watched it from the perspective of seeing basically dude was saying like to where like you looking at it as if old dog wasn't really a character in the joint. It was just his like
Basically, imaginary friends.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like basically his conscience.
There wasn't nobody really there.
You know?
That's what these people are. They're illusions.
Right.
That's why I say we don't look at the things that are seen, for the things that are seen are temporal. You know, that nigga that led you, look, a nigga will do you dirty, hang out with you, steal your money, and nigga, you would never see that nigga again, man. You know? That bride come to your life, she's with you, and then do some dirty shit, next minute you never see her again. You get that bride, she build up everything with her, and she leave. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, through the spirit, that's when a man wake up. For real. Look what they tell you. You don't touch a man's money, a man's food, and his woman. You know? So that's the very things the Lord is gonna use and is using to get to things. You know? But that ain't even enough. But see, that's the spirit. Because they was told, look, Lord, like, man, I'm gonna touch these things you really care about. But they be like, man, I ain't tripping on that, man. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as they get money, right, niggas starving, right? As soon as they get money, now they eating good. You know? You ain't even care about eating.
Exactly.
So stop fronting. We wanna all eat good. You would catch me like, man, I don't want no food. We love taste buds and, you know, the different, that's a realm. There's different realms that exist on a basic level. Hearing.
A specific palate.
Yeah. Yeah, taste, smell, them all realms you enter. You know?
So,
You know? Ones know they should speak, because you already know what this is, bro. I don't care how far in the world you reaction. You think if Yahweh Shah was here, that nigga wouldn't have stopped that car to melt it. He gotta respond. But Spartan did acknowledge it. You wouldn't know until his house. Cause I know. Fuck out of here, man. Come on.
continuing here, it says,
I just want to be selective with they yelling. I yell about real stuff. Come on.
season and time for everything. It says, then shall they be a pitiful case, which now have abused my ways.
This power, you can make a mug change with these. You can't make a mug change. A mug can change with these words, with truth. But see, it's so heavy. The Lord, it's a spirit that decides if they get it or not. You know? If the subconscious spirit, let me get out of that talk. We're done with that, right? If who they actually are come to the surface. If we can be real for a moment. You're not gonna get that when people trying to be conscious. When you in the zone, you just aka flowing in the spirit, you ain't worrying about nothing and you doing what you supposed to be doing, like in hooping, they call it going unconscious. You lead the consciousness. You stop worrying about damn limitations and damn distractions and what somebody's saying and heights and sizes, and you just ball out. You just ball out. It's like you can't miss, you know? You ain't thinking of a miss don't exist because it.
Keith said, a motherfucker trying to be conscious. Because it takes effort
Yep.
to trying to resist the spirit really.
Rock Lee, his drunken fist.
See the spirit world, man. You know? And not, man. You know? And not, which is none but knowledge and true wisdom. He just he used true knowledge and true wisdom for the wrong shit, meaning on the left-hand side. He know people can be influenced. So why he don't influence them to do good? You know? He understand these things. He understands smells. He understand all of these things, bro. You know? This how simple JP been. You don't, bro, she ain't just putting a cologne on or this perfume on, because all of it's really perfume. Like, that's what it's known as in the scriptures. Like, a smell good is a perfume, right? You don't just put that on to put that on. That's an influence to be like, you smell good. Certain, like, that Erykah Badu shit, that shit witchcraft. Badu potion, whatever the hell she called it, it's just damn sick, you know? And she put it with, things that smell good, right? So now, if it smells good to you, everybody that says that smell good is basically, they're gonna cleave to her because her scent was did it. It's witchcraft. They're gonna lose his mind. But it's that simple. Y'all ain't deep, man.
And think about like all these
You
fake,
deep, but you know.
exactly. People like, and the point being is that shit really don't even smell good. It just got a good label on it. You agree this smell like this, and people are okay with it. But really, that shit smell like that when you really considering that shit.
It's
You get a fucking headache.
that's like the Matrix, right?
But it is some shit that smells good.
No, good.
Let me just throw this point out here real quick. Like, smelling peppermint from lavender. Peppermint wakes you up if you run in the humidifier, and lavender relaxes you, puts you to sleep. So smells have influences and control over you. That dude understands this. So why did he come up with man-made fragrances? What are these fragrances really doing?
When Cypher was selling out, he eating the steak. He like, I know this ain't really steak. You know, I don't really know what steak really tastes like, but you know, I can only imagine this is it. You know, or you even look at when they was outside of the Matrix eating at the table, they was eating the slop. He talking about it's what he considered to be tasty meat, but it could be chicken. You know.
This is weird because, see, that's heavy because the Lord will tell you this is not heaven, but people lean upon their own minds clearly and tell themselves it is. You see that? But see, that's when you hurt yourself, because if you really, these people not having a good time. You know what I'm saying? They not having a good time, bro.
That's why they're there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They trying to create it. They looking for it. They just don't know what it really look like, or they don't accept what it really look like, so they succumb to what's given.
They trying to induce themselves.
Right.
Yeah. Sedate themselves.
Some will smoke, some will drink heavily. They trying to create. They trying to create that thing.
And they've been in a false fantasy.
I can't go party when I'm fucking losing. You know what I'm saying? What's considered me losing? Is it just me having some, not having some money? Or is it, you know, me not having, me not, go ahead. I'm sorry. You know? Why do you think when your house shop came, it was such a blessing? Because he like, man, yeah, everybody fucking know, man. I know. You did this, it didn't matter what it was. It's just certain things that can't be proven. Like the scriptures say, the spirit is speaking expressly. The bonus that it can't be bearing witness to. The minute you go get in your car and go down. Keep reading that today.
This is Sirach 11 and 25. Fair.
Your heart desperately wicked, man. This flesh. Like, you driving the car like she a man. You know what I'm saying?
You know my heart.
Is it possible he's just a little ticked off, brother? He ain't agreeing with everything he's doing. Is it possible he could be killing everybody? You know what I'm saying? Is it possible, brother? sister, is it possible you ruin all your relationships? You know what I'm saying? Brother, is it possible these women are, you know, come on, bro.
Sirach 11 and 25, in the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction.
Nigga up, that's on wax fact, you know, can't tell them nothing.
And in the day of affliction, there is no more remembrance of prosperity.
Yep. Go ahead.
For it is an easy thing unto the Lord in the day of death
Yep.
to reward
Don't get it twisted, come on.
a man according to his ways.
See that? Jake act like that ain't possible. That's it.
It says the affliction of an hour make a man forget pleasure.
See, you're gonna be reminded, man. Y'all gonna be brought back down to earth for possibilities. You know? Is it possible, sister, like you get any bigger, like them shoes gonna bust? You know? Your back might give out. But when something been working and you've been winning at a certain thing for, you know, for a certain time, you know, that's why you have to lean on this. That's why these moms, when they told this, they're not gonna hear it now, but they're gonna remember it. You know? Like now, we sitting here just going over, we're going through the motions. But it's a time that's gonna come when everything that was said, every word that we ever spoke on video, every single word that was of truth according to the scriptures, it's gonna play in your head, man. Because everything that's relevant, the subconscious brings up in the moment where it's supposed to. And you know when that's gonna be? In the end. Come on. I'm talking about you, brother.
Kaka. Amos chapter 9 and verse 10.
Let me grab this real quick. Let me see if we can get it. Yeah, go to 5. Yes, all right, 5.
Sirach 5 and 1 says, set thy heart upon thy good.
Let me read this one. Go ahead.
Amos chapter 9 and verse 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword.
They're gonna die by the sword, man. They're gonna die, you know, by your house, by really the system, by Esau, because he is the sword, you know. Go to Psalm 17:11. To prove that, because that's his blessing, you know. Being good with a killing instrument, but as a killing instrument. Come on. 13. Come.
Psalm chapter 17 and verse. Cast him down.
Cast two down.
Cast him down.
See? Try to prove to them that our authority shall the city be inhabited. But if, you know, the city being inhabited comes down to the people that's ruling it and not as functioning, right? Ain't having it, they gonna go down. But then the people gonna go down, damn sure they gonna go down if the people that's set up to do that ain't around no more. If they themselves go down. So that's how you know Jake's going down. Because they with him. That's why I say it's woe to them that go down into Egypt and ask him of strength to help you. Come on.
It says,
So you need to know the so-called white man's going down. And if he going down, the city going down. And if the city already down. That's Revelation 11 and 18. You know, 11 and 8. You know, what is that? The scriptures talk about they'll be stinking. People, even if you tell Jake, they don't listen. They are those that remain among the graves. And broth of abominable things is in their vessels, in their mind. Motherfuckers cooking, look. It says broth of abominable things is in their vessels. So they basically got, you know, when you, like the juices that come off something, it could be anything that got juices. That's basically the broth. So they don't even got the actual thing. They got the drippings of the thing being upon them. Basically, Jake the plate. It's just someone used them as a cup and put some starberries that got a lot of juice in it. Poison starberries or something like that. And they ate them and took them out. But or damn pork. or some damn anything. And it's all, and they constantly use that cup over and over, and they never cleaned it out. So that broth is just mixed with whatever the people use that cup for, to put their shit in, they wicked shit in to eat. And it's just sitting in it. The shit like Jake was used to bring forth the pandemic. Jake was used like a cup, like they held the pandemic, and now that it's over, he sort of took it out of them, but the juices of that shit still here. Come on, bro.
Psalm 17 and verse 13. It says,
And they gonna die upon.
real quick. This is Psalms 30. Psalms
Yeah, y'all got scripture, you already know. Come on.
37 and verse 9. It says, "For evildoers shall be cut off." 37 and verse 9, it says, "For evildoers shall be cut off. But those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth." And I just reading it out just to ask the brother's point. You know, the wicked are already. I said it right now. Oh, you said that?
He said, I got
Goodness of my people.
listen to this, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know? Because Satan was able to see?
Hebrew
Yeah,
Israelites.
Hebrews. You ever heard of Hebrews? Like, Moses.
Yeah.
And all those religions was made off of really how you're supposed to live life. How the Hebrews live life. Hebrews like, bro. Jesus came from the top tribe, which is the Israelites. The Hebrews. So that's why he look like Jesus. He got the and all that.
I ain't gonna lie.
God, seen by Daniel, the Israelite, that here, like the son of God.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry.
I was gonna tell you like 3 things, like a show.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but when you read the book, ain't none of that even be going on. We wouldn't be where we at, we would be prospering while we can lead a church and we'll get killed. Playing games, bro. Okay. You from Chicago too. Okay. Chicago? Yeah, like box. He wants you to get back to seeing things as you ought to see it and be how you're supposed to be. But a lot of us ain't too far. Yeah. You know? It's just a lot of our people are. You know, the program got more of our people's minds than others.
You ain't right about that one. I believe that one from R&B.
This is Daniel 7 and 9.
Get the one about his name, yeah.
This is Revelation chapter 1 and verse 14.
Black people talking about they got Indian in it. Black people talking about they got Indian in it. They Israelites too, and they were here before Columbus got here. They came over here due to history with Hebrew translators. Yeah, and that history in the Bible, like it tells you when the northern kingdom, which is our people split up. So you got the southern kingdom, this is the Jews, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, which is who was in the land when the Lord came to walk the earth. He went to Israel. The people that was left in Israel was the Jews. So our people stayed sitting and the Lord put us in slavery. That's why you hear about all these empires like the Persian Empire, Greek. That's why you hear about all these empires like the Persian Empire, Greek. All those empires were erected because we stopped serving the Lord. So the top people of the earth, which obviously who the Lord says it is, start disobeying him to where you gotta punish them. You gonna put them in slavery. And that's what those empires were. And that's why they was erected. We've been in every captivity, bro. When you look it up. Like, we in slavery right now.
Yep. I believe you know.
Egypt, we was in slavery there. The Lord brought us out of there. Then we went to the Persians. That's what happened to the northern kingdom. It split, right? After King David God, basically our people, after King David died, he had his son Solomon, who was the richest man that ever lived, the wisest ever man that ever lived. But when he was ruling as king, right, he had like a bunch of women. He had thousands of wives, 300 concubines, and he started, you date a woman, you like get into it, get into it.
Alrighty, I'm coming.
But this two things, like the last thing, so I'm gonna skip that. Like, you gotta repent, bro. You gotta learn this information. This is the only thing the Lord wants our people to know this, because He's ready to criminalize America. Is slavery, it's the last slavery. It's the last bad time on earth. If you don't get this knowledge, bro, you don't got no like shield against the destruction that's coming to this place. America will be destroyed, bro. Remember, I told you it's better for a reason. So
Something came over me. I ain't lying. I went back to this corner pissed. I came back, something held me from talking. I'm not lying. It was just something in me. I said I have to go back and talk. I appreciate that.
look it up on YouTube, bro. Put in GMS. GMS, like GMS. GMS Israelites. That's it.
Thank you. Hey, thank y'all, man.
Have a good night, 7 nights. Spirit, man. Can't make it up.
You heard him speaking about what his conscience did, basically.
Subconscious.
Yeah,
Like the brother told him.
subconscious.
Like the brother told him, like basically, you had to go see it. Like he was meant to see it. You know?
He admitted it.
So like, get back to it.
Matter of fact, you need who had the Isaiah 1? You had it. 1 and 5, bring it up.
This is Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 5. It says, why should ye be stricken anymore? Evil. Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel does not know. My people does not consider.
Right, that's why it's like two nations. You got some that do acknowledge and consider, like him, and you got the majority that don't. So they got, it's like, the way they move is almost as if they two different people. The ones that acknowledge and consider will be those that's called. That's possibly of the elect. The Israel of God. But those that don't consider at all, that's the majority, that's the wave, that's the 2/3. That's the multitude born in vain. They don't know who they are, and they don't give a fuck about who they are. So everything is as we read, you know?
It says,
Hopefully that brother is elect, man. You don't need that much, bro. Because that little bit that was put up, he was listening. That little bit that was put over him, the spirit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's enough for him to move him to go find out. You know what I'm saying? And the spirit of God him, you know, you're going to see all them fake ass.
it's Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 4. It says, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters.
She has a different season.
That's what I'm about to say too. Like, he came and got a seed basically, which ultimately is either going to root or it's not going to root at all. Basically,
We just playing our part, just as Paul went on to say. You know what I'm saying? I planted, Apollos watered, the Lord did the increase. You know, that's
Spirit has Satan had him here a certain way in his flesh, and then the spirit had it to where he was like, yeah, even though the brother corrected him. But see, that's why I was going on to say that happened on the spirit, and ultimately the Lord allowed Satan for him to hear it like that, to put him in a certain place. But then I was going to be like, unless, you know what I'm saying? And that's right when he came.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to bring somebody in, and you want to give them the increase, he gonna do that.
That shows you how everything works. Like I said, like in the spirit, when the fuck have you, how the hell you see this and the first thing come to your mind is Muslims? You ain't never seen no Muslim do this, bro. We grew up so going to make money. Most of them do this. Farrakhan them don't do this. Most of they in the swing right now. What's man, them niggas ain't no. Them niggas not nothing. You know what I'm saying? Niggas. This they supposed to don't do it. Crazy. Come on, bro. Mind you.
It's continuing Isaiah 1:4. It says, "Our sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers."
They got that damn that brothel they had. They need soak it in there. They marinated that shit.
They have forsaken.
You think they playing? They not playing. You think that boy playing with you? She not playing, bro. She wanna turn up. White girl on phone came out to the crib. Don't say it, but she don't want to be saved. Fuck my baby daddy. I'm fucking in the street. I ain't gotta worry about shit. All this. You know, Jake partying, you losing. Getting blew the hell out. But see, right before, that's crazy because it's like, they use you to scroll the points and then they cut you and trade you. That's what Esau finna do to y'all ass.
It's like, the song they're playing now is Tory Lanez. That's exactly what they do with him.
That's what they doing to all these things. Motherfuckers. That's why Deion, you know, give it a reading to his son to speak about fucking that shit. Fucked me up in the head. I'm like, goddamn. You know, that shit was crazy. But I ain't even put it out how when you all overzealous and shit. Lord, you know, you can go look it up. That Tesla truck smashed the fuck in. I could have put the video out of him hitting the pole like he smashed that shit, bro. That basically he did. I'm waiting to see if he gonna pull through. Cause it's like, but see, you can't, whoever players being innocent. Them little dudes don't know nothing but basketball. So I know he ain't did, well, I can't even say that because he's 18. So he probably out here doing a bunch of little, weird shit, but so I can't even say that. But point is though, these Jakes that's goddamn knowing the issues, but they still trying to like, basically like, some of us is like really still trying to see if the system gonna do the right thing. Like Deion did that with Shadur and Shiloh. You know what I'm saying? And they played him, man. It's crazy to see. It's crazy. It's crazy to see, bro. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm talking about. I've seen Jake talking about it. It's literally a public buck breaking taking place. Because if he already got money, nigga making money off money in college. They got them little deals and shit they do, so he already a millionaire, but they can't control Deion. They want you to be a certain way. If you don't do that, you can't have it unless you get it. You can't have a pie unless you ask him how they tell you to ask him. How they tell you to go about. He can't be himself. That shit crazy. I'm talking, you got people that's like, he was supposed to go to the Giants, right? I have to speak on this because ain't no point in being over righteous. You watch football, I don't watch the shit. I used to, it was back in the world. Yeah, exactly. He was supposed to go to the Giants. The goddamn Giants end up picking some dude named Jackson Dart or some shit, right? The nigga was surprised. His daddy was surprised. He was like, oh my God. I had to go look, I'm watching highlights and I'm hearing him all talk shit about him throughout the season. Like, yeah, this dude trash. Look at him about to choke this game. And then it's so crazy because if y'all not picking him, because of him basically just being, they don't want Jake to think they can beat themselves and win. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know, because he ain't being an Israelite, we know that. They with it. But it's that you can't be yourself. See, that's that conscience. Deion more so be like, fuck that. He don't know the truth. Shadur, he kind of the same way. You know what I'm saying? They don't really just go with what their conscience tell them. And they don't like that. Because that sends a message to the rest of the robots that they can break, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So
now they gotta make an example out of him type shit.
They say he was the worst. He's self-entitled. Nigga, every fucking Edomite y'all draft is like that. Because you gotta have money in order to really like be even in college and playing football and basketball at an elite level. You don't. Go ahead.
No, just to really, really, truly be there, embrace it, understand what's ahead. Like you have to come up a certain way. That's why most Jake that come from the hood and get into that shit, they fail because
it's rare.
Yeah,
Lamar Jackson rare.
Super rare. Super rare. And they don't like you.
Somebody either gotta take you up or you yourself gotta have money.
Right.
So you got enough money to get into the resources you need, to get into the facilities you need, to get to the camps you need, all these
Taken away
different
from
things.
the
Yeah, to be in the schools you need.
Like Travis Hunter wouldn't have made it if he didn't come close to Deion Sanders though.
It's
The
political.
point is they able to do so.
Yeah, they had to go get him. He was taken out of that. You know? Work with Cam Newton and all that shit like that, but nonetheless, man, because they ain't the point. It's a public buck breaker taking place. But who led him down that path? His dad. Even though he made his own decision. And it just shows you the perpetual hate Esau has to have for you. How the hell does this dude go undrafted? They talking about he might not get drafted at all. All he do is sell tickets. He won. The nigga you drafted number 2 is who helped him get the stats. He ain't got no goddamn receiving touchdowns without his passes. So how the hell it just don't make sense. Yeah, Travis Hunter went 2. And then the quarterback he trained with went number 1, Cam Ward. They got the same QB coach. They literally like, yes, he ain't nothing more special than him. This dude trained with Tom Brady. So how the fuck? So it just tells you, Jake, you gotta come out of this. And then you got Gilbert Arenas, right? Deion wild because he thought that they think they can beat like them and everything will be all right. And the Lord like, nah, that ain't it. They hate you. You're not gonna win here. And if you try to push that narrative, they're gonna break your ass. Like Kyrie couldn't even beat himself at the All-Star game. They don't even select Kyrie Irving for All-Star game. He got put in this year's All-Star game because what? Goddamn, somebody was sick or got hurt or some shit. Yeah, bro. If you watch how he was there, he was like broken. Like he was like shamed. Because remember, he stood up against the pandemic and all that shit. You know? They didn't want to even put him on the team. Because why? This is how. So, they not finna be like, man, this dude gonna be, think about it. This dude gonna be how he gonna be, teach this shit to Jake. And then now they think they can come and, you know, like make our world their world. That's not how it's gonna happen. They'll undraft your ass just to prove that point. And then, if they do draft you, it's crazy because you already winning doing this shit we don't approve of in our world. Y'all gonna make Esau really flip out on y'all, bro. So think about it. You got the highest paid deal, you and Travis Hunter, right? Your teammate, because this NIL shit just started, this contract shit just started. And like, you got the most money. He was a millionaire, a multi-millionaire in college. Doing the shit, they like, nah. So imagine if they let him continue to do that, right? He gonna make more money. And now Deion's starting a legacy, and that's sending a message to Jake that, because you see Deion completely him. Now you can be okay, black man, be you, and now that's empowering Jake and shit. They not having it. They not having that shit. They're not having it. They're not gonna let him be the next Nick Saban from Alabama. That's what that would have been.
Exactly.
You come to Colorado, we get you to the league. They like, no, you don't. We make we decide who the programs are. That's how petty this dude is, bro. Esau.
A little bit more too. Like they've been taking. I ain't trying to be all into it, but like they be taking.
Man, it is what it is.
They been taking his players and shit away, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we talking about rights.
So they diminishing what he already doing by giving his players.
And then Jake's we talking to people that's already, you know, in the process of being sealed, and those that's coming to the process of possibly getting sealed. Those people got to be able to relate. You know what I'm saying? So it's all this is of the spirit. You gonna sit down and do a sit-down lesson on any goddamn way. So what the fuck do you think we gonna talk about on the highways? The same thing. You know? Not finna front my shit. You know? But nonetheless, you was done.
Yeah, that's it.
Goddamn Gilbert Arenas. You got Jakes that think they can, we gon'. Because he don't agree with the system. Him or Dion, that's their representation of it. Gilbert think he climb up some goddamn other way. You think you can finesse Esau? You think you can finesse the Esau out of the, come on, bro. He willing to steal, kill, lie, be dirty, hurt himself, just so you don't win. And now you done, did all this, because the issue with that is,
Down that crazy path.
but see, that's the spirit. It's that, go ahead. Shit, we talk that movie shit, man, because they in order, they puppets too. If you want to tell the truth, break away, but you gonna suffer to do that. Process. Y'all trying to do this, sign with the devil, make a covenant with hell, it's not gonna work. Now your son in the street, probably fucking dead. That shit crazy. All that no chill Gil shit, man. Now don't have no goddamn chill. Your baby gonna goddamn basically die, man. That little dude cold. You know what I'm saying? Eat the shit up. Whatever you tell them, so you gotta tell them the truth, man. You gotta tell them what this is. You can't be in the world abusing. You gotta use it. You can't not know who you are and just, But see, majority of our people giving over to that, man. But that's it. It's the 9 to 10. Come on.
Five by the sword.
And then we went to the Amos 9 and 10, and then that's how we got to Sirach 5. Because we was in process of reading this. That's why we never finished first, dude.
Which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
Wait, you either gonna submit to the beast or Yahweh Bashmiel. You have to learn, you gotta see it for what it is, you gotta accept it, bro. And for order for Neo to start seeing the code and working through the code, he had to what? First accept that there is one, There's more to this shit. The shit you already kinda seeing, I'm here to confirm you. Cause you already bearing witness. His spirit already had that in him to see this. He just had to come get it confirmed. Come on. That's why I say you needed not any man teach you. But anyway, come on.
This is Sirach 5 and 1.
That's right.
Set thy heart upon thy goods.
Not. No, you're right. Set thy heart upon that good. And it counts the blessings. Come on.
Set thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough for my life.
Right. So see what you actually got accepted for what it actually is, but don't make it more than what it is. Don't make yourself more than what you are. You probably good, but we still in slavery. We probably got enough, but you should have more. Shit probably cool, but it could be better. You gonna say something?
I was gonna say, he that thinking himself to be something when he's nothing, he's even himself.
Exactly. See, they're gonna die by themselves. That's we're gonna end in Proverbs 1. 25, that's the spirit. Crazy. Matter of fact, go ahead and go to that before you finish.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse.
It says Sirach 5 and 2. Follow not thine own mind and thy strength.
See? Come on. See, follow not thy own mind and thy strength. I hear what they saying, but my Tesla navigation telling me to go left. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting this money and shit, This gonna hold me down, man. That's the spirit. Come on.
It says to walk in the ways of thy.
Basically, I said I'll just use this because I had a meditation that pretty much tied to the lesson I did, which is basically get over yourself. I think the lesson was something like, it had the thumbnail of Scarface. Let's see if I can get it real quick. It was called, stop letting you, right, quote unquote, you get in your own way. Right. Read that.
For my works, for the Lord will surely.
No, he probably still in the sin. No, he's still in the sin. He was humble. Look how he handled it. He didn't make scoff of it. He didn't loathe it. Out of all these Jakes, he's the only one that stopped and talked. He saluted. He done walked past a couple times. The one that just walked past the black. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But so that's good too. That's the reason why we here any fucking way. If you would stayed your ass in order, Eve would be here. You was told Adam ate because of you, like Solomon. Fuck a woman. Come on. Lock.
It says, and say not, who shall control me for my works?
Hey, women goddamn control you and manipulate. You bitches gonna get in line, bro. All of y'all, man. You gonna bow and beg. We the lords of the earth. We came first, man. You out of order. Give me that Bible push off. I said, oh, sorry. Sick of this shit. All this nice shit. Fuck that. Niggas don't. They don't, bro. Who don't, bro? Who think all these goddamn celebrities been dealing with a former athlete? I might do a lesson on it. It blew my mind. I was like, what the? Is this some damn us shit? You know? It tripped me out. I said, Reggie Miller, right? I think he had 2 wives. He got a wife now, right? Edomite, right? Children, everything, right? Little son hooping and shit, you know what I'm saying? But I found some pictures that had a woman standing next to him with some kids as well that looked just like him. A little darker. But I look at the woman, I'm like, this must be a mom or some shit. And I looked again, you know, it's different poses, so he like this and some of them. Then his hand getting a little closer and some, I'm like, but I look at complete Eve. So I'm like, where the fuck she go? Unless he got 2 wives. But then you can look at the pictures and see they, oh, I'm gonna do a lesson on it, bro. So you got replaced, he moved on from you and she, exotic, beautiful Eve, to go get a Edomite. With the same looking tie. I know they all his children because they all look alike. All of them look like little Reggie Millers. He got a daughter. He got a daughter and a little boy with the Eve, and he got I think 2 boys or a son and a little girl with the Edomite, bro. But it's just an example to say it's something about y'all that y'all not doing right. You know what I'm saying? It just don't make sense. It's not a matter of it not working. Because that's not, and that was not the beef from the beginning. Tell me, where the fuck and why the hell is all these Eves going, and why are these Jakes leaving them? And they all, you know, I'm just trying to understand. But it's for the same reason that they have. They don't look at us and see us. These celebrity Jakes don't look at these so-called sisters and see themselves. A lot of them have sisters. You like, you know, you look at RG3 and be like, man, he a cool prom picture probably with an Eve. But his family with an Edomite. So what the fuck going on? See, it's y'all, bro. Come on. You think this talking about damn heathen women? Come on, slide. My bad.
Isaiah chapter 4:1.
Yeah.
It says, and in that day, let me read it in the NLT. It says, and in that day, so few men will be left that 7 women will fight for each man, saying,
and then what men and women? It's gonna be Israelite men in the truth and Israelite women that's been left from all the chaos and destruction, you know, to see, to shake her ass up, you know? Come on.
Going back to the KJV, Isaiah 4:1, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of what man saying.
She probably lost a toe before she met you, you know? They ain't saying they ain't gonna come fucked up.
Right.
Cause is this the point of new bodies yet? No. So you might get a woman that just lost her finger. You know? Come on.
It's saying,
Oh, they ain't playing, bro.
we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
Exactly, man. Because they gonna see everything is against them and they gonna need what? Help and shelter. Come on.
But one,
Yeah, come on.
verse 2, it says, and in that day
They're gonna bed. Come on.
shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful.
And that's the brothers bringing forth what? The fruit. The truth. Fruit of spirit. Come on.
Yep. And in that day shall the branch.
Byproduct of having this truth. Come on. They're gonna have a life. They're gonna have protection, aka heads. They're gonna have all they need to have. And they probably gonna have people around them and following them like who? Abraham. Abraham had a goddamn what? He had a damn entourage. You know? Come on.
Yep. Yep. It says, in that day shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit
Like
of the earth.
girl from Book of Eli.
Yep.
She begged Eli.
She put herself with him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Chose to be with him.
The legacy.
You got it, bro.
Yep. It says, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and calmly for them that are escaped of Israel.
Yep. Everything that the faith,
Exactly.
you know,
Yep.
it's gonna be beautiful to people there. It's gonna be able to be realized and consciously, really subconsciously bear witness to.
Right.
Accept
That's
it.
all it is. Right?
Cause you ain't gonna have no more established image you gotta keep up. You're gonna be more worried. You're gonna be worried about what people gotta say. You know, it's all the. Well, I didn't want to get with you, and I left you because I ain't, you know, I ain't want to, you know, go against the code of never letting a man control you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna think about that when all those people that helped you learn that are dead, fucking gone.
They ways in their fucking work.
They damn boot smoke. You know?
Shit expired.
Where we left off? Goddamn 6. 5. Is that right? 5.
Sirach 5 and 2.
Y'all dead, man. We ain't.
Follow not thine
Yeah,
own
brothers
mind,
out here for-
thy goods, and things that will go with you to the kingdom.
Yep. Count your truth blessings, man. You don't think you got enough. I think you know, you good, you know.
No, exactly.
Ain't what if an angel on his way? He in the form of a man walking down the street right now. You listening because you know.
Hurry for nothing.
No, I tell it supposed to nowhere. Right. In hell, bro. Where the fuck you finna go?
Like an oblivion and shit.
You know? Fucking hole, fuck.
Right. Good. Black hole.
Drive into a hole.
That's what you said. You about to get drunk to the
Hey, nah, that's what's up.
Yeah. You know, you got it.
He's like, where are you? I don't know. Slack.
It says 5, Sirach 5 and 2. Follow not thine own mind and thy strength.
We want this world that's coming. We know the Lord don't lie, bro. If he put us in slavery when he found out in his book, and it was about ships and everything, he bringing that world, man. He bringing that Isaiah 4. Like I said, what the hell is the women, bro? It's all a lie right now.
Right.
Everything fronts on what's real.
Fucking facade.
This is a big front, bro. Your damn kids will play with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit just out of order, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't no point. Like, you gotta just let go, bro. Like, go to ask him to throw the chain on you, bro. You got the Lord. Go to New York on me, Lord. You know? When you gonna give up?
You let him steal. Take the steering wheel.
Lord gonna beat you into being a king, not a slave, man.
Right.
Like, yo, he got it fucked up right now. You know? You got it?
It says, say not, I have sinned,
Uh-huh.
and what harm hath happened unto me.
Exactly. See? So that's that Amos 9 and 10. We're gonna hit it there. You know, all the sinners, we ain't gonna get it.
All the sinners of my people get shot down by the sword.
Come on, shit ain't gonna overtake them. Well, I did this, I built this. Well, I've got my bra built like this. All right, bro. Okay, you gonna be, your ass dead, she gonna be out here looking for damn brothers. You know what I'm saying? That's what you don't get. And she might not get picked and then die. That might be her judgment. You know? Lord not playing. You ain't gonna escape into the kingdom. He said through much tribulation and affliction. So if these 2/3, these majorities, the waves is doing nothing, they won't humble themselves to get into the kingdom. But they gotta get in the kingdom. How the hell you think they getting there? Come on. You ran in the, we got you on photo, bro.
Right.
With the fridges and the ribbon. You know? You know, he know. Like he knows. He know enough, way more than enough. You meet a brother that got them fringes on, he gonna teach you more than enough, man. He probably ain't gonna dive in certain details you really need to know, like the elect. But really, in so many ways, they explain that too. Unless they just a bugged out camp talking about all Israel gonna be saved, you know? But for the majority, you got it, bro. So all this shit, you know? But see, they gonna get his ass. Cause he stopped doing music, because you know this is music. He's doing this right, all that crap. Right? He was walking around with the thorn of chrome, iced out crown of thorns on his head. You know what I'm saying? Because he was thinking he could twist it and, nah, bro. But look, my point is, he another Dion or Gilbert. He gonna get an example made out of his ass too. A big example. He might die. Because if they just did that to Ye, and you just took down Drake, which they allowed,
They orchestrated.
they're taking Drake down. You know what I'm saying? What do you think is going to be the outcome for you? It's going to be the same. It's going to be Spice, who knows the truth. Like he got the song called "Watch the Party Die," right? I ain't really listened to it, but he's basically talking about this bitch going down, all the fake shit, blah blah blah, right? If you don't like, bro, you didn't break the damn, like, he didn't break the chain. Like he think, oh yeah, I'm just killing, I'm not with the shit. I declare who I am. But my music's so hot, my talent, on some talent can't be denied type shit. It's the fucking king. They murder your house shot. What the fuck are you talking about? Talent 100% can be denied. It's denied every day. All the time. Men that's worthy of praise is damn denounced, separated from, just humility. Bro, it's gonna happen to you. So he think, you see shit playing in the clubs, you're hearing this, they gonna do something bad to him. They did it to Kyrie. If you don't be LeBron, that's how you know he a sellout. Your ass is done. You heard that shit that happened with him, supposedly cheating on his wife and it disappeared. You already knew a damn divorce was coming as soon as that shit came out, because that ain't never happened. That was dumb. Yeah, like nigga. You see Jay-Z done disappeared. You see what they did to Diddy? Look what they do. Y'all can't break this, bro. He hates you. So it's only a matter of time for you stop hearing that nigga shit. Because something gonna happen to him. They do it to their comedians. You know? And if they don't do nothing to you, the life that they give you, you end up hating. Like Michael B. Jordan. Bitch break his heart down,
They doing that shit the whole shit in Sharp right now.
Right.
yeah, I don't even know what's going on with him, but I know a little bit.
Some light shit, it's simple, but
Yeah, come on, yeah, it's the same shit. Damn ESPN, then they get rid of, I don't even know. Sorry, I don't watch that shit. You hear me saying all this. It's just, I'm pulling the spirit, pulling out the relevant shit out. Come on. They got all these records coming out, everything, every dancing to this shit. He getting all the new beats and people, shit sound good. It sound good, but it ain't good, bro.
And then there's the right vibration.
Nah, nigga think
Right
he
spirit.
think he disrupted the media or some shit.
right.
He found the way to win. No, bro. They'll seize your bank account. They'll come get you. They gonna come get us. What the fuck you think gonna happen next? The time when Satan and tried to get out of order, y'all completely out of order. That breaking that oath shit real. You can't break that oath, bro. You make them covenants. Woo. Make a covenant with Satan, he always come to collect, bro.
Like the thing that you see is right in the bike and shit. And the bottom man, biker jacket on, goofy ass shit. Second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 6. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonder and powerful works.
All these things, you would think Jake ain't on the same earth where all these blood moons being seen, all these UFOs. You would think Jake ain't on the earth. He's on that same earth. But say they don't fucking consider. Come on.
It says,
Yeah, Shalom.
in endings, in effects, in signs.
Yep. And events and signs. Come on, exactly, events. All these tariffs going out, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's bad because Trump is basically broke, you know what I'm saying? So now they got America looking like, it's sweet. And they still hate you. So that's how you know this place when they get this. They're gonna pull up on America. Just come punch on your shit. You try to pull that tough shit and like China don't make everything. You're gonna lose that war. it cost them like, cause basically that was their way of like the tariffs is basically like they're putting a tax on them importing their stuff here to make money. So basically with him putting a tax, what that dude called I Show Speed or something. He got a video where he went over there and he was like, basically people like mad and shocked. They like, they've been lying to us about China. China like lit, like nigga ready to move to China type shit. Yeah. Been lying about China. Shit, I'll read it right now.
Yeah, I tell you.
That's how China is right now. Look at that. So now that you done broke and you basically backing off on tariffs, that you can't do that anymore. It's gonna be. It's a matter of time. You know? Come on.
Verse 7 it says, and everyone
But see, what that also stops is stuff probably from coming in. So now the damn poverty the Lord said was gonna happen to Jacob. You know, you got certain products you used to buy, that shit stopped coming because of those tariffs. You know? And then what that might have also caused is some people to stop doing business with America, period. Even though you backed up, like, all right. Yeah, they ain't thinking that shit through. Because why? The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. The devil not thinking, he's just doing thus saith the Lord. And his job is to what? The Lord got him doing dumb shit. Come on.
it says, verse 7,
Well, I said, all of that going down in disease, come on.
and everyone that shall be saved, it shall be able to escape by it,
Saved from what? These things. Come on. Defense.
and shall be able to escape by his works,
Yeah.
and by faith, whereby he have believed.
Yeah, we believe all this. We got a sure word of prophecy, man. Come on. Peter 1:19. Come on.
It says, shall be preserved from said perils.
Just about locking into this, teaching this, believing this. This is showing you believe in this about just about preaching it. You know what I'm saying? In one sense, you show you believe it by preaching it. You gonna be saved, man. But you gotta take heed to what you speaking. Let thou appear not a hypocrite in the sight of men. Remember, the Lord didn't like the hypocrites when he came. They was saying, he was like, do everything they telling you, but don't do as they do. He's like, if your righteousness don't exceed theirs, you ain't entering. So how you can't enter, right, without having righteousness above theirs, but they be able to. They ain't getting in either, in other words, you know? See that? So you can't be a hypocrite, come on?
It says,
Again, are you gonna fall fuck up? Yeah, but that's the difference, you know? Come on.
it says, it shall be able to escape by his works, and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils. It shall see my salvation in my land.
Yeah, see, when the sky crack and the chariot float right over us, everybody gonna be right here. So this is the only place to be in reality. What do you think the place is to be? And see, these things, don't you, man? Hell, walk.
It shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders.
Exactly. End up taking back to his.
For I have sanctified them for me from the
We
beginning.
ain't gonna die no more. We're gonna have it all, bro. Ain't gonna be no more. You're gonna have to figure out how to make money no more. I gotta go to work. I gotta goddamn go get these herbs, man. Come on, I gotta get to the store real quick to grab this. Ain't gonna be no more of that shit. People gonna be bringing it to you. You gonna be the store. Your house gonna be the damn store, man. Your palaces. You know what I'm saying? That's what's promised to us, man. That's a fact. These people got it. Go look up the Rothschilds. I forget the one crib, but it's a picture of Laura Rothschild, right? That's what he called himself, Jacob Rothschild. Laura Rothschild standing there with the what's his name? The goddamn dude over I forget the country. The dude with the weird hair. He's like a goofy version of Trump. Edomite dude. It's like the road to a parking lot, like, you know?
Botanical gardens and shit.
Yeah, brick road, you know, they the Romans and shit. You know, but they don't, that shit whack though, you know? But the point is, if he's all on that level, we better than him, imagine we get our stuff, bro. It's really gonna be lit for real, bro. Come on.
Lord said he hate Esau.
Come on.
And he allowed him to do what he doing. Just imagine, king.
These motherfuckers deserve to go and change. You gotta go in and believe in it, bro. Come on, add. I I was sitting there thinking that last night though, like just seeing what they doing, like y'all deserve every bit of the chain that's gonna be put on you. For what y'all did, the shit we gotta like, if you really succumb to, like you gotta go be a slave. You gotta be like, yeah, you gotta laugh at the fake joke. You know what I'm saying? Like when you got to, you literally have to. You know what I'm saying? You sit here trying to shun Dion and all them, but you make a covenant with the damn devil too. That's a contract for you to work at that plantation. Didn't you sign one? How the fuck you work there then? All of us make covenants, man. It's just the difference is, are you with it? Are you truly with it? You know? And I don't mean you go sign contracts because we all sign a contract. I ain't say that. They go sign a record deal. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Go sign a record deal. You know, #1 on the radio. Come on, bro. Come on.
It says, 2 Edison 9 and verse 9, then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment.
Yep. That's it, man.
It says, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me.
Matter of fact, we're gonna end the proverb out there 1 and 5. That's it. That's it. The same one's doing. Okay. Finish it.
It says, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty,
Yep. Free to do what they want to do.
and
They in the land of free, right? Come on.
when as yet place of repentance was open unto them,
They go be righteous. They go, you know, make right and, you know, help people. Fuck all you celebrities too, because y'all don't come drop no bread on us. Y'all don't check on us, you donate to everybody else though. You don't make sure we straight. The scripture say you're supposed to do that. But see, if the Lord said that's supposed to happen, it's gonna happen at a point in time. Right. In some way. Even if he don't do if he don't do it through you. He said, do what you're supposed to do, and the Lord shall repay you. You know? If it don't come through him, he gonna make sure you get it. Somehow. Come on.
it says, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them,
Yeah, only talking about Israel, Jake. Come on. He's saying you gotta know this. Because he promised Israel. It's like he promised Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. They gotta know it. The same must know it. Go ahead.
after death by pain.
Truth. And they gonna bear witness to it in that day, man. You got niggas right now trying to run from what they already bear witness to. They run here to bear witness, run from a lion, then a bear witness. They running it from the bear.
Isaiah chapter 1, and verse 5, it says, why should ye be stricken anymore?
So this is gonna be the last. No more source of wickedness to where they can goddamn go off. Come on.
It says, ye,
Goddamn go off. Come on.
it says, ye will revolt more and more.
And bring you back righteous. New bodies. Come back through the elect. That's that. Because again, the spirit ain't the flesh.
Right.
You know?
It says, the whole head is sick and the whole heart faint.
So why do you think we say when you go back to the spirit world, you know, like, yeah, you under the influence of Satan, you were set up to be on the side of Satan for the time, and now you literally learned the way of the damn white man, the damn devil. You know? All those physically that are of the devil. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody goes back to the spirit world talking lies. That shit don't go up there. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Because nobody goes on. The demons don't even lie. You know what I'm saying? So the elder's not wrong. They gonna come back through the elect because the spirit right. It's the fucking body. You know? But it ain't that easy. Nigga like, I'm gonna just die there. Alright, if you do die, the Lord waking your ass up to this one. That's in the scripture. That's scary. And you can't decide when your spirit leave your body. Like, you should have been dead, but for some reason you ain't dead. You just in pain. They have to induce little Elijah reason to keep him from the pain. That's a reason. That's another reason they'll induce you into a fucking coma. And when you in the coma, you basically like in between the spirit world. the earth. That's why when you look it up, they say people when they go into coma, this is the last thing. They dream a lot, like they have heavy dreams. That sounds like what Paul said, you know? And you could be in a coma for however long. Paul could have been in a fucking coma for like however long he was fucking gone. Because a coma is just when you unconscious, you know? Like you still got brain activity, it's just there. So that's a scary place to be in. And that's when people gotta make that decision when you pull the plug. They don't know if it's just
Get out, see, falling, other countries.
yeah, like you fucking in a coma.
I'm saying he had no control over the country. Just sitting down there,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, it's a coma. And the Lord could set that shit up. He saw through wicked ass to figure out how to induce you into a state where you don't die.
Man.
But so he's really supposed to be in that shit for years. You know, hey, it's gonna be the last time Jake has to be stricken. He ain't gonna give him a chance to fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So we let them do what they do. We let the majority of our people like decide their own fate. It's the Proverbs 1 and 20, 25. They, you know, if you want to bust it open, they want to party. You know, party to death. That's gonna be their death. You know? But the Lord ain't gonna strike him no more after this. So that's how you know he gon' get him. He about to get him. You know? So with that, you know, we gonna down as far as how the whites is gonna be saved and what we going for the meantime is meantime. Using this world, not abusing it, and not using our living for a close Melissa.
Like I said before, putting yourself in position to be able to meet the Lord when He comes back.
You either get put through the furnace of affliction, or you're gonna be put in an actual furnace.
Alright, thanks. Call on lock.
Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Kakodash.
Alright.
So on.